You guys, there's a double rainbow. Do you see it? Double rainbow. Double rainbow. Holy crap, there's a double rainbow. Hello tube, welcome back to my channel. I'm coming at you live from a Panera Bread. So today we're going to be talking about the stretches that I've been doing for my hip. If you guys don't know, I guess not really talk about it, but my hip has been having some issues the past like 6 months. Whether it be like tightness, discomfort, or just like straight up pain. It's not like excruciating pain where I like can't lift obviously because I do still lift, but it's just a very interesting thing. So from going to the PT, talking to Tom, and then like talking to other people in like the professional field, I have come up with a few stretches that I do now almost daily to help me relieve the stress that is in my hips. Basically what has been happening is my hips have been moving or not dissociating from the rest of my body. So if you're not familiar with basic anatomy, I guess, so the joint looks like this, and your hip is a joint, and it's supposed to like move freely within its socket, and my hips apparently have not been doing that for I don't really know when, but I've been trying to get it so my leg is kind of basically just like a flopping fish away from my body, and it can move like whatever which direction. And if you guys have seen my stretching video, you'll know that I can do the splits, but I've been overcompensating with other things in my body, like my lower back, to help compensate for the fact that my hips are not very flexible at all. So even when you watch like videos of my lifting, you'll see that since my ankles are so flexible, it usually takes over the flexibility of like where my hips need to be in relation to the rest of my body. So here you'll see me doing some exercises to help with my abductors, which are very weak and very tight and really like bound up. So whenever I go into a split, it obviously will hurt because my body is not used to being in that position. So the abductor muscle is located on the lateral side of the thigh, and it moves the thigh away from the body like in the middle. And so my piriformis is like super tight, yada yada yada. These are the stretches that I do. Sorry, my talking is like not going in the video. So here it is. These are just the things that I did while I was in like PT, like scheduled to go 2 times a week, but now I'm just doing them on my own, obviously, because my shoulder is strong enough to stabilize on its own. These are called I's. Basic physical therapy will call them I's, Y's, and T's. So to show you guys how weak my shoulders were, it took me about 7 months to get to using these literally half-kilo plates with my I's. So basically what you want to do when you're doing I's, these are the Y's, and T's is you want to squeeze your scaps and retract them so they're going down. Basically my problem before is that my upper traps were so strong compared to my scaps and my lower traps, they would just like take over, obviously causing the instability in my shoulder, and my shoulder would pop out all the time. So basically in doing these like very simple exercises, just like even one set of 30 for the I's, Y's, and T's individually, they've helped tremendously. My shoulder has not popped out, knock on wood, ever since, I don't know, last winter maybe, and I like do not lift in fear anymore of my shoulder hurting. And basically I'm pretty pain-free. I've been doing them here, you can see like Tom instructing me. I've been doing these seated at an incline, and so he wanted to see if I could do them, the T's still like just like standing, like assisting my own body and like holding my own body up. And so obviously once you take away different variables of like things for your body to depend on, for me it was like that bench, then it'll get like a little bit more difficult. So whenever you do this exercise, just be careful not to let your ego get in the way, because I know it's very hard to like do these simple exercises. You're saying like, yeah, it must not be that hard, but smaller bodies and your muscles, unlike bigger ones like glutes, hamstrings, need more reps at very light weights to really ingrain it in for like longer amounts of time. Depending on who you are, it obviously will take a longer amount of time. And here is me looking like I'm about to fly away. You know, looking back at this video, I probably could have leaned forward more. And then this, I'm resting. But the thing that I'm going to do next is I'm just going to lay on the mat or on the bench. You can do it on a mat or anything. It's just to take a small weight. Again, I'm using the half kilo. I used to use just like a clip or even like a very small dumbbell. but just using this to work on the weakness where my bicep is connected to my pec muscles, which is very weak. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but females are obviously like more weak in their upper body just naturally than men. So I would say that my fellow ladies out there have to work on this. Another thing that we did in PT was, so in PT there are obviously like more lighter weights for me to use, but whenever I'm at the gym, obviously I'll just have to use bands. This band, as you can see, is very difficult for me to do like the exercises that I'm about to do because the band was too heavy and I'm still like too weak to do it. I'm like not ashamed to say that at all because I don't know, I'm just weak. So this is just a basic exercise. It works on strengthening your inner shoulder. Again, I do sets of 30 for these, give or take 30. I used to be able to do more or less, whatever works that day. I usually don't count up to 30 anymore because, to be honest, I lose track of counting, so I kind of just say like, oh yeah, this kind of seems like 30, or like, it seems like about time I can stop. Basically what you're doing with this is keeping your elbow really close to your side and then pulling only to like 90 degrees or so, and then you turn around and do it the other way. So as you can see, I'm trying to get enough tension in the band so I can like feel some exercises, but the band is obviously too heavy, so my arm kind of just like yanks it all the way back. Yeah, I need to find another band. This is like a red band. I'm not sure if all the band tensions are the same, but there's also this band at the gym that's orange and it's a little bit thinner that is like better for me, obviously. Yeah, this exercise can literally be done like at any gym. So yeah. And then this is what I do. It's very boring, I know. It probably takes me like 45 seconds to complete all of my shoulder, not 45 minutes to complete my shoulder and hip exercises for the day. And obviously I don't do them like every day, but I try to do them most days. And then this next one where I'm putting the band right underneath my shoulder blades, underneath my armpits, and I'm kind of looping it around my hands right here, is called a Scat Punch. And basically what you're going to do is retract your scapula with your arms around this angle. What is this, like 45-degree angle maybe? And just like punch them towards the sky. It seems like a very like easy exercise, but obviously once you do like a lot of them, you get kind of tired. So this is like a really good exercise too. It's very basic, but I've learned that all like the basic movements are what really help you the most when you're having some issues. And these next ones are shoulder. This is a one-legged glute bridge. Basically what I'm trying to do with these one-legged glute bridges is point my toe to the ceiling, so my feet are at a 90-degree angle, and then brace my core, so keep it really tight and try to move my hips and my legs kind of at the same time so my body is in a straight stretch. And then here I am doing, I really don't know what these are called, guys, but they really help with your inner abductors. And basically what you do is you put one leg over the other, try to point your straight leg up to the sky and move the straight leg up and down. And if you're doing it correctly, you will definitely feel it, and like it hurts, but it's like a good hurt, you know? And so I usually do like 3 sets of 10-ish on those, and I do these hip exercises like every day. And then these I think are called bicycles. Basically what you do is kind of go into a hollow position, brace your core, put your lower back into the ground, and then like straighten out your leg, put your leg up, straighten out your leg. It's kind of like an ab exercise, but it also really does work your hip flexors, which in my body are very weak. And then here I am just testing out my newfound more mobility. And then this hip stretch is called, I don't know what it's called. I see people like doing it in Ramwad. You kind of just like pull your leg up and turn it and like lay there, and then I do it on both sides and I kind of just chill out and breathe. And then I will like tuck the other leg under. You know, this is a really bad angle, but kind of just like lay there. Yeah, it feels really good, like everywhere. So you can see this is what it looks like on the side. And I kind of just chill out there. And you know, it doesn't really matter if you guys like aren't as flexible as me. Personally, the flexibility is a curse. So just like start wherever you are. Like you probably won't look the same. Like with these exercises, I'm not the same person, but these exercises have helped me, and I hope that they help you too. And then this one is called the frog. You basically widen out your knees as far as they can go, bring your feet together, your shins are going to be parallel to each other, flex your feet, and then put your arms out. If you can't touch your face to the ground or anything, just like use a pillow or a block, and then ease onto your forearms, and it should feel really good. But if it hurts, don't do it. So these are some of the jerks I just wanted to compare with you guys. So the ones on the left are from the 8th of June, and the ones on the right are from the 10th of June. You can see that my hip is like being significantly, my left hip is being significantly pulled more forward, which is good because obviously when you're split jerking you want your hips to be square, and before my hips are kind of like really messed up, so more risk for injury and it's extremely discomforting. But these jerks are from I think like the 13th, and you can see that like my hips are actually more square, and I can like be more facing forward and I'm not looking like really lopsided and disgusting. And then these jerks are actually from yesterday, Monday, June 20th. This was a week after I've seen a chiropractor who did ART on me, and ART is active release therapy, and it's really awesome because my jerks literally have never looked better than this. Granted, I've only been split jerking for about 6 months now, but I've seen a lot of progress just in like working with small details and listening to my body, not being egotistical and pushing myself farther than I can go. These jerks are at 63, which is 90%. Hoping to hit some bigger numbers soon. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you guys later. If you liked it and found it informational, please give it a thumbs up, and know that it is very awkward filming in a corner of Panera. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!